We've got to figure out what trust and what confidence and what purpose depend on. Listen to this. Flow depends on trust. Even though trust is not intended to be complicated, it can be. It is only complicated when we do not add it to the flow of trust and the flow of obedience. If we don't add all of these partners together, all of these ingredients, get us to stay committed to a certain decision, to a certain choice, to a certain commitment. The habits that we have, we start and we stop. We start and we get discouraged and we stop. But there must be consistency. Finding flow means you have to find a flow, a consistent path, a consistent stream of confidence and hope, consistent decision making, consistent confidence. Flow means something has to continue to be even when we're not sure of how we're going to be. And so flow depends on trust. It is initiated, it is encouraged, it is strengthened by those things that we don't even understand. And we have to be sure that everything that we do partners with the right thing. It's not supposed to be complicated, we make it complicated. It's not supposed to be difficult, we make it difficult. What we need to do is trust and have obedience to what is in us, and we will find that our empty places will flow again. Trust the path, trust the God, trust in yourself. I know what the problem is. The problem is that we've got so much inconsistent advice and so much bad advice that we don't know what to trust. We trusted before, thought it was the right path, thought it was the right decision. All the indicators, everything pointed to success. And the people that were around us did not highlight even the concerns, and we thought everything was a go, everything was a green light, and it didn't work. It failed. The purpose wants you to trust. Finding flow wants you to trust again, but this time don't trust in people. Just don't trust in red lights or green lights or any other indication. Trust what purpose says, because purpose is the only indicator that comes from God that everything is working in your favor no matter how it looks. Here's what finding flow in empty places teaches. Trying inconsistent advice does not improve the outcome, no matter how much we convince ourselves that the advice we received is good. Sometimes what appears to be good, what we feel is good, what senses to be good, is not always the indication we need to look for. Talking to us and directing us, even against the ways that we feel emotionally. Purpose is not driven by the mood of the day or the mood of attitude. It's not driven by the weather. It's not driven by the inclement approach to our lives. Purpose has one thing in mind: to get you out of that empty place and to restore you to the path where you know and you can believe that God is working on your behalf. So even though you've got inconsistent things happening in your life, just know purpose knows the way. And finding flow in empty places wants you to trust purpose and stop trusting the haphazard things that we go through as we deal with our lives in a very general way. So are you determined enough? That's what flow is asking, because flow understands that anything worth attaining requires the greatest level of determination and obligation. Anything that's worth having must have the work element and the ethics element as part of it. If it's not coming easy, it's because it's not supposed to. There needs to be work, there needs to be effort. Even when birthing is happening, it takes travail, it takes effort, it takes pain. But all of it will come to a head, and we will walk into the deliverable of our purpose when we partner with flow, we partner with trust, we partner with confidence, and more than ever before, we partner with faith. It's going to stretch us. Our passion is going to take us into areas and decisions and places we've never been before. But we've got to trust ourselves and trust again that purpose knows the way, purpose knows the path. And all the partners that purpose calls on, trust them also, because they're part of the equation, they're part of the formula that's going to allow you to walk into the greatest season of your life, when we simply learn how to trust the path. The one decision that we do not have to make is which path flow must pursue. It has already been selected, already elected, and already proven. That path has already been directed. The issue is, are we going to stay the course? And are we going to stay on the path that purpose is driving us on, no matter the terrain, no matter the circumstances, no matter the weather, no matter the mood, no matter the attitude. This path will drive us through uncertain days and bring us to areas of success we've never seen before. That's why this Empower Talk is really about just trusting the path, not trusting in ourselves, not trusting in our own abilities, but trusting the path. Because the one who has established the path, the one who has called you to that path, the one that's sustaining you and strengthening you to endure this path, is the only entity that can help us to survive. And this is why when we find our flow, it is heaven that's pushing the flow. It is heaven that's pushing our progress. It's heaven that's pushing the path. And even though where we see it or our perspective is very different, we've got to understand that even when we don't understand, following the path of passion and purpose is still the right decision to make every time. Because passion will find its flow and you will flow again. Trust the path. Haven't you figured this out yet? That the only way that we can do this is to stay on a path. Listen, the path we're on is chosen. We had no choice in how we came into this world. We have no choice in the circumstances or the environment, the location, the neighborhood, the family that we were born into. The purpose is greater than that. And finding flow will find you wherever you came into this world. There are those that have arisen from the lowest points of humanity to the highest points of grandeur, because they understood that where we start is not determined by how we started. We had no choice with how we came into this world. No choice at all. But everything after birth and everything in between is inextricably tied to our personal and responsible choices. So we were robbed of the choice as to who we were born to or how we came into the world. But we're inexcusable. We have no excuses as to the choices we make after birth, after we learn and mature and become prominent and become proficient in everything that we do. We can no longer blame or cause people to be concerned about how we got here. Because now that we're here, finding flow demands that we make the choices to follow passion, to follow the path, to trust the path that brings us to the next level of greatness. It doesn't matter where you begin. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's how we end and what we do after we're faced with the circumstances that makes the difference. And this is why we need to trust the path. It's been great talking to you again. We've been empowered talking about trusting the path. And I pray that you will trust that path that is in you, because the path that you're taking has already been proven. Purpose knows where it's going. Follow it.